throw that kickstand down, pop a cold one, and sit back and relax. It's time for the John and Heather Show, featuring John and Heather Toto, Florida's favorite biker couple, documenting the biker lifestyle and bringing you the latest in events and interviews from the biker world. And now, here's John and Heather.
Hey, it's the
John and
Heather Show coming to you live from
our production studio, riding with this fine bunch back here, born to ride since it's Tuesday, and you wearing a corset, show 'em.
Oh, I will tell you why affectionately
Yeah,
it
move
is
over. I can't quite see her.
Taco Tuesday, or affectionately known as Tata Tuesday, baby.
Stand up and show them what you're wearing. It's really cool. Check out what she's wearing.
There we go. I'm
Look at
making
this
sure we're not falling
Yeah,
out.
don't fall out of it and show nip, but look at that. Doesn't she look beautiful?
Hope you guys like it.
Isn't that a cool corset? I mean, I am so lucky I have a wife that could actually wear something like this.
And I love you, honey. I love you so
too.
much.
But geez, she looks
And
so
I hope
damn
you
good.
guys like it.
She looks good.
Hope we look good. I'm all ready and looking fine as ready as
Fine
wine.
as red wine.
And ready to dine with
That's
all of you
100%
lovely, beautiful people here this evening.
Oh, yeah, comments already up there.
Affectionately also as the great debate night.
Oh, yeah, so.
Hi, Al Lights.
Hey, Al, how you doing?
How are you tonight, Al Lights?
Yeah.
My lovely, handsome young man. How you
Look
doing,
forward to
young man?
Okay, Laura got it.
How you doing, young man?
Yeah, Al is one of our good friends, and he's a good friend of the show. He's been a good friend of Heather and myself for a long time.
That's right.
He
Al
is
has
a
been
real
a
old
really
school.
good old school. When you talk about
Mhm.
old school,
The only good school is the old school.
let me tell you, there is some true old school people out there. And when you have old school bikers in your life,
Mm-hmm.
keep those old school bikers in your life, because
Yes.
they will teach you a thing or two. Let me tell you, in life, they will teach you so much in life.
Yeah, and Al says he's doing good too, and that's always good to hear. Al's a tough guy. I've seen that guy.
Right, Al? Didn't you teach me a lot in life when
That's
I
a tough
first met
man.
you back in 2005,
Mm-hmm.
when I moved here to Citrus County from 2005? When I first met you, I remember you sent a probate over from
That's
the
when he was in
Goodfellas
That's when he was in the Goodfellas.
to pick me up and come hang out with you at bike night, with the Goodfellas bike night.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and always
Blast from the past, buddy.
Okay. Yes, it is a blast. In 18 days, he'll be 76 years old. That's,
God bless you, my
God
friend.
bless. That's our friend Al. He served 2 tours in Vietnam and survived multiple car wrecks, which was motorcycle wrecks, which was surprised he did.
Yes, he
Tough
did.
man. Tough man.
God bless you, Al.
Oh, yeah. He's one of our good friends. Anytime we're going to have a 2-tour Vietnam veteran as a friend of yours, it's always a good man to have. And speaking of, everything falling apart in Vietnam.
Man, everything's been
storm.
falling apart here.
Oh, my God, the storm
It
that
felt
we
like
had
we
here.
woke up and said, "Good morning, Vietnam."
Yeah, we had our hurricane coming through here, Helene. And
After I spent 5 days in the hospital. Well, that's right. Since you
Yeah.
guys saw me last time, I was down for the count.
Mhm.
I am so sorry about that. I came on the air right after I got out of the hospital.
And she almost passed out cold during the show.
I was under the bright lights.
Yep. If anybody wants to watch that show, we don't know.
Don't watch it.
We don't know.
Don't watch
You
it.
can watch the show, but Facebook messed it up a bit. For some reason, at the end of the show, when it stopped streaming,
Don't watch it.
it wouldn't restream. So if you do want to see it, it's on Instagram and YouTube. Go ahead and check out last week's show on Instagram or YouTube, because Facebook messed it all up on us.
Yeah, they did. But
We
I was
tried to
under the
fix it
bright
quickly.
lights. I tried to come back, bounce right back after I was in the hospital for 5 days.
I told you to cancel
And
the show.
that crap just wasn't happening,
She
was it,
wouldn't do it.
baby?
Nope, I told her to cancel the show, and she wasn't having it. So we went ahead and had the show going, even though she just got out of the hospital that day, was sick, barely almost passed out.
Under
during the
these
show.
lights, I thought I was going to die.
Wow.
I really thought that was about it for me, guys.
Mhm.
I didn't think I was going to make it. I thought, my God, this will be the end, and I have to say goodbye to all my friends right here on air. Toodaloo.
We have to say goodbye to you.
Yeah, we'll never hear the end of it.
Yeah. So anyway, we had to. She got out of the hospital, and we did the show yesterday. Like I said, Facebook glitched it on us. So at the end of the show, it won't play. It just played the show and stopped. So you get to watch the last second and a half of it, and it just loops a second and a half. We don't know why Facebook did that. So this is show.
Thank you, Facebook.
Yeah, thank you, Facebook. This is show 222, and that's the first time that happened to us. Okay, we got all kinds of people popping on here. We got Laura popping on. We got Melanie popping on.
I'm Melanie. What do you have to say this evening, Melanie? Let's see what you got to say for yourself, my dear friend.
Yeah, hey,
it was great meeting you all at Sturgis.
Oh,
God,
thank you.
It was great meeting you out at Sturgis, my
dear.
We were
meeting so many people out there that we knew acquaintances.
And made new friends, just like our dear friend Melanie.
That's right.
And I hope to see you out at the 85th annual Sturgis rally,
yep,
which means we're planning on going this coming year, too.
Yeah, we will be there at Sturgis at the Buffalo Chip. We were invited back to do our thing again.
Can you imagine that? They didn't have enough of us. They invited us back.
Yes, they did. So since we got invited back, we will be there again, and I'll be able to bring more content to you. Again, we're still getting content put together at 90 gigs of downloads that we did, and it's just been for us over here on this end to try to get everything all situated. But the hurricane came through too, which was crazy. Show them some of the hurricane footage.
Yeah, we've got some massive hurricane footage to show you.
This is going to be a Clearwater right there. I think you're going to use that one.
You want to show the Clearwater one?
Sure. Clearwater Beach.
Let's show the Clearwater.
Is it all like that?
All right, there's something wrong with that one, guys. Let me
go.
bring up a different video for you guys because there's something wrong with that one. But have no fear, because guess what? Heather's here, and I got one from Cedar Key. So let's see this
Now
one.
to the growing devastation and despair after Hurricane Helene, the damage stretching along Florida's Gulf Coast, but also far beyond into Georgia and creating critical failures in the Carolinas. We begin in Florida's Big Bend area near where Helene made landfall.
Local 10's Christian De La Rosa joins us live from Tallahassee. No stranger to any of these storm strikes, Christian. You've been really surveying all the damage.
Yeah, and to that point, again, just for context, Helene came in Thursday into Friday, and still today, there are people trying to get back to their homes, and that was the case for many in Cedar Key. It's one spot that we visited before this monster storm came roaring in, and we went back today. Here's what we saw. In Cedar Key.
Devastation everywhere you look. Homes are gone that were there before. Some of them, we don't even know where they went.
First responders recorded the storm surge as it first came in. By our measure, it went up 8 feet.
It makes you just want to cry. I mean, excuse me. You did cry. I did cry. Okay. Sorry. It's okay. It's terrible. These people are hurting.
We were here just before Helene roared in. Business owners took as much as they could to higher ground. Hannah Healy emptied out her shop. She even pulled out parts of her wall. The water came in so violently, it lifted the floor and busted the doors open. Some of her neighbors fared even worse.
It's extremely sad, but I haven't got time to worry about sad.
The small town's mayor says crews are desperately trying to turn the power back on.
You want to clean up something, you need water. To get water, you need electric. To get electric, you need the lines done. People have to be able to go to the bathroom. We need help, but I can't bring help in if there's no facilities.
The task ahead is overwhelming. Crews are here from across the state working. So is the National Guard, setting up supply stations for residents as they make their way back, like Judy Borbett.
All of the flooring has to come out.
She says she'll fix her home, this time.
If we get another one that bad, you might have to reconsider, but right now we're staying.
There's been substantial progress in clearing roadways from trees and debris and even getting the power turned back on. Keep in mind, at one point, there were well over 1 million people in the dark. Tonight, there are still over 100,000 people without power. Live in Tallahassee, I'm Christian De La Rosa, Local 10 News.
Christian, thank you so much for that live report. And
Wow. All right. We got another one coming up. This
Cedar
one is
Key.
the aftermath. Cedar Key.
This is after 4 feet of water's gone out, so it needs to breach this seawall. Obviously, the new seawall. Or the part of the dock. Keep in mind the water's gone out about 3.5, 4 feet. At least 4 feet of water has gone down since it crested with the peak of the flood.
Wow, guys.
That
Well,
was Crystal River. I'm sorry. The first one was Cedar Key, and then the last video.
I believe that was Crystal River.
Yeah, it
I'm
was.
not entirely
No,
sure.
it said it. I saw
It was.
That was Crystal River because I could have swore I saw the monkey bar there, and that damn thing was underwater.
It's
wonder
so
if we have
it's
bike lanes.
devastating, guys. No, I doubt
I
it.
doubt we'll have bike lanes.
Yeah, it's devastating. And anything you can do to help anybody that has been hurt or affected by this hurricane, please do help them any which way that you possibly can.
Yeah, there is Samaritan's Purse is the big one right now that's helping everybody, especially in North Carolina, because so far the death toll is over 160.
Wow. Yes. That's just gut wrenching.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Let's bring it on
Let's-
to
let's-
another
yeah,
subject. Let's move on. We're going to
Bring
be
it down a little
talking
bit.
with Blake in a minute. We're going to be talking about what we've got going on in the world of MotoGP, baby.
That's right. Let's bring them on.
We're going to be talking about airbags tonight, I believe.
Yeah.
Blake, are you ready for us, sir?
Okay.
All
he's
right,
ready.
let's bring Blake on. Got Blake O'Byrne. How you doing, Blake?
Good. How are you?
I'm
Oh, we're doing
good.
okay.
We are good this
There we go.
evening. Happy to have you with us.
Happy
How
to
did
be
you
here.
do with the storm?
We did fine. We didn't lose any power or anything like that. We had, debris, branches, and stuff, and fallen trees, but that's about it.
Well,
we
I'm
lucked
so
out,
happy
too.
to hear that. At
Yeah,
least
we lucked
another
out.
one of our friends did good. And
Yeah.
yeah, we were blessed.
Yeah, we
We
were
had
blessed.
minimal damage. And
Thank God I cut that tree down that was over the top
Yes.
of the camper.
yes, we were very
Yeah,
blessed.
because I got my big bus.
A
and I
lot
cut
of
the
our
tree
friends
down.
were not as lucky.
No, our friend BJ had a foot of water in her house.
Yes, she did.
I feel bad for her.
So you got to take precautions in all walks of life and everything that you do. And that
Mhm.
brings us on to tonight's subject,
Taking precautions.
airbags, taking precautions. Do
Yep.
tell. Would you like me to go ahead and show the video first?
Yeah, we can play the video first.
Okay. Well, we will do that let me bring that on. We're talking about Alpine Star's new
Airbag system. Well,
airbag
not new, but
system.
it's a good system.
We'll go ahead and show that right now.
After 7 long years, it's finally here, the Tech Air off-road system. This is the airbag system from Alpine Stars that Dakar racers have been using for the last 4 to 5 years. We did a huge deep dive video on this. Check it out over at Revzilla. But this is just to kind of give you a quick hit as to how this sets itself apart from other airbags. Main thing, you get 2 canisters. So you have 2 opportunities for this airbag to inflate and keep you safe before you have to replace the canisters, and you can replace the canisters yourself.
Now, the other thing that's new here is that you have 3 different ride modes. You've got a street mode, so you can use this for your everyday street riding. You've got an enduro mode, which is really aimed at tighter off-road riding terrain. And then you have rally mode.
For those of you that want to blast as fast as you can down a dirt road, it's rally mode. But like I said, we are just scratching the surface of everything this can do. So to learn more about our opinions on the new Tech Air off-road system, you can check it out at Revzilla.com.
All right, there we go. That was the Revzilla, Alpine Stars Revzilla.
And this is it right here. This is actually last year's model. They fancied it up a little bit, and
This is the one you sold to us, Blake.
Yeah. Let's see. Did you get the new one?
So this is the Revit. This is the kind of updated one. Well, it's the same airbag, same system and everything, just different exoskeleton.
Mm-hmm.
I have this is the off-road one that you just saw. I haven't been off-road, so it's not out of the box yet. And then in my actual suit that I have, you'll see this part right here. This is actually zipped into the airbag itself. So if I connect these two right here, you'll see. Let's see.
That turns on.
So this just connects inside, and then I have a little beacon right here that shows me the status of it. But all the different airbags for all of the different riding styles that you could possibly have.
And this thing is great.
So and there's not just, I mean, you can, I'm sure you can, if you had to, get away with one airbag for everything.
Yes. Mm-hmm. The one that he has, the Tech Air 5, and the one is the best one overall.
That branches out for all the different.
And for me, it was comfortable for my body shape too. That was something else. When you go there, you really need to put the gear on and fit it to yourself to make sure it fits well. And you got to make sure that your riding suit can accept an airbag.
Yeah, I mean, so some suits have stretch panels. Like, for example, this one in the back has specific stretch panels right here to allow the airbag to inflate. If your suit isn't Tech Air ready or airbag ready, you just need about a golf ball size kind of width. So if you can do this to your jacket or your suit, you have enough room for an airbag. Mm-hmm. So really, it can be used in pretty much anything. And now, like, if you're thinking like, why an airbag over, like a back protector or something like that, basically an airbag is the same as 18 CE level 1 back protectors stacked on top of each other. Wow. So basically takes 93% of the impact to wherever wherever it hits. So
and this suit saved your life too, hasn't it? This airbag.
Yep. So I have the one I don't have that I bring is a Tech Air 10, which covers the hips as well. It also can be worn under a suit. And I went down like 120 miles per hour and rolled and stuff and walked away with no injuries. So I'm a big proponent of airbags. I've seen them work, and then somebody else gets an airbag. So, I mean, for the money you spend, which is around $800, $700 to $1,000, depending on what model, I think if you do use it, like it's worth every penny.
Mm-hmm.
One crash is your life.
Yeah, but I mean, even like a broken collarbone or broken ribs or stuff like that, where it can be surgery and then you're out of work for 2 weeks. Like, is that worth
2 weeks? Shit, that's like a month.
And hospital bills and stuff like that. So, I mean, it's it could save you upwards of, hundreds of thousands of dollars.
And your life.
If you're in your life for sure. Back injuries, everything, so protects your neck because it puffs up, so then it protects your helmet from moving.
Mhm.
I mean, there's two things that'll save your life, and that's a helmet and an airbag.
And the whole point of getting out there and having fun on the track is getting up and going and wanting to do it again another day.
Yeah, but I mean, airbags, and I've kind of flipped my view on this, is that everyone goes, oh, that helmet's good for the track, but it's not that, like, I want to wear, a half helmet or modular helmet for a street or whatever. I don't, the suits for the track, the airbags for the track, but you hit things harder on the street. On the track, you're not going to hit anything. Like, you're going to slide and you might break some stuff, but on the road, you're going, if you go down, you might go into a guardrail, you might go into a tree.
Yeah.
Now, that won't happen on the track. So you actually want that higher safety rating on the street rather than, I'd rather you have actually something a little bit cheaper on the track. It's kind of a funny thing.
Yeah, you're definitely right about that,
And
because
this fits right underneath the regular leather jacket. People want to wear one.
there's no tree out in the middle of the track that you're
No, there
racing
isn't.
around.
There isn't a tree in the middle of the track.
Yeah, I mean, the only time you're going to hit something is if somebody hits you.
Mhm.
And that's pretty much the only, and a lot of the crashes, you're going off of the track anyway.
Mhm.
So, I mean, that's why I do stress that on the street, actually, the airbag is probably a better idea. Like, sometimes when I'm on the little bike track, like, I'm not wearing an airbag because I'm just practicing and stuff, but I will not leave my house without an airbag on, So, I mean, it's, I know so many stories of, oh, my airbag was at home. I mean, I actually saw that one of my friends ran into, and his airbag was sitting on his kitchen table, and he broke his collarbone, had a concussion and stuff. But he wouldn't have had that if he had the airbag, or they go on a track and they have it in their truck. Like, I mean, it happens all the time, but an airbag is, I can't stress how, good airbags are, how they're comfortable. They're getting better and better and better.
A little heavy.
They are heavy, but just in general, more armor is going to be heavier, the thicker. But like on the new one in my race suit, they put a little pad about this thick between your back and the airbag to allow more air to flow through.
Okay.
Just so it's not like on your back. So these are like little changes that they're coming around with that make it better, more comfortable, more breathable, lighter than ever before.
And you were saying that the inertial sensors on these bags are so good that if somebody hits you on your bike, the airbag will deploy before that bike even hits you.
Yeah. So if let's say you're at a stoplight, because the bags, depending on what mode they're in, street mode and track mode won't turn on until you're above 30 miles per hour. Just so it doesn't accidentally go off in the pits, or you go down in a small slide, it won't go off. On the street, it's on at 0 miles per hour. If it senses a tip over, it will go off. But if the car is going under 30 miles per hour, which normally they are if they're slamming on their brakes, if they see you too late, like the airbag will feel that initial jerk of when they hit you, your back tire, and the airbag goes off so quick, and it goes off 20 to 60 milliseconds, depending on size, that the airbag would have already been off or been on by the time the car actually would hit you in the back.
Amazing.
The only thing I'm worried about is tripping over my feet. Trip over my feet.
Bouncing down the foot.
I'll bounce like a marshmallow when I hit the ground. But and the other thing is that I even feel that when I'm on a track and I'm wearing more equipment or better equipment, I feel safer. And when I feel safer,
you race better.
I ride better because I don't have that in the back of my head that I'm going to die.
That's right.
Literally, I can keep going fast, and I know that if anything happens, the worst that's going to happen is I slide and torque the bike up a little bit, but I'll be okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Which
I mean,
I really love about that.
And that's why even sometimes, like, I guess people kind of don't tell you to ride with suits on the street because it gives you a type of a feeling of invincibility that really should only stay on the track. But at the same time, you can't really fault somebody for wanting the maximum protection if they are doing some sporty riding or something like that.
Yeah, definitely.
Just like I bought these jeans that I got online that you could slide pucks in the knees and you could slide pucks in the sides. And generally, if I'm riding the Panigale, I'll wear those and I'll put shorts on underneath because of the heat the bike generates. But I feel a lot safer on that, especially with that bike. I mean, I can put a knee down, just not even thinking about it if I take a turn hard. And if I don't have some sort of protection on my knees, I'm going to rip myself to shreds.
Yeah. I mean, I wear pretty much full gear all the time as well. I don't think there's, I mean, you never know when you're going to go down. It's never planned. So, I mean, there is like a debate on how, breathable you need something to be, but I don't think shorts is never comfortable to ride in anyway, especially when you have a hot bike like yours. Like it would be worse to ride with your skin out because now the bike's cooking you. Like when on my bike, my Daytona, which isn't even that hot, when I'm wearing jeans and I put my leg in the tank, like the heat's radiating off and it like I can't do it. I have to take my leg out, where if I'm wearing leather pants, I don't feel it at all. So it's actually more comfortable to wear something that's actually a little hotter, technically.
And I got the jeans too. I got MotoGP jeans, the leathers, just the jean part, the ones that if I got the jacket, it would zip and be a 2-piece that turns into a 1-piece. And even wearing the jeans, I don't mind that. The leathers aren't that bad either.
You look good in it. I like it.
I know you do, but it's so our next track day is coming up on the 14th, right?
Yep, that's around the corner.
15th or 14th?
14th.
And I do hope, I did hear that because Jennings got hit pretty hard with the hurricane.
It might be canceled.
There is a chance. I don't think it's a very high chance because it's a lot of debris. Apparently the entrance, you can't even get in because the trees fell down and covered it. I think it probably should be good we got 2 weeks to go. So should be a long cleanup, but should be good.
But you never know.
Yeah.
But you never know. So
we'll check with you before we go.
Oh yeah.
Of course. And then
want to do it. They're losing money the more the tracks stay shut.
Yeah. And then there is for especially like the cruiser guys and things like that, if you don't want to wear a full jacket or things like that, there is something called the Tech Air 3, which is basically like a vest. It covers all here. And you can wear it over, under, pretty much anything because it is rated to slide. But they do have leather. They have like a aramid fabric. They have like the neon yellow. You can put patches on it.
Wow.
You can do some cool things with that's fairly new in the last couple months that they came out with like the different materials. But for especially cruiser guys, leather, you can put patches, everything like that on it. Like it's actually pretty cool.
That's awesome.
That's awesome. Now, Blake, if anybody wanted to buy one of these,
they can come see you.
They can come and see you at Ducati, right?
Yep, of course. Yeah, we can get all Alpine Stars airbags. We can get Dainese airbags. We can get pretty much everything.
So now that we're doing, I mean, we're not sponsored by any of these guys, but we definitely are preaching, wearing the proper gear. So what I would have to say is if you guys are interested, they're a little bit expensive. They're about $800.
Like we said, it's worth your life.
It's worth your life. It's worth seeing Blake. Go to Tampa Bay Ducati, go and see Blake, and he will fit you for a proper size airbag, especially if you're doing serious riding like we do. Or track riding, you're going to want to have all the safety gear on. So go see Blake at Tampa Bay Ducati, and he could go ahead and get you in there. Him and Trevor will get you a great deal. And while you're there, look at a new bike.
That's right. You never know.
Well, Blake, thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you,
Blake.
Thank
you so much, and thank you for giving us insight on airbags.
Yeah, no problem.
Take care of yourself, my friend.
You guys have a wonderful night.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, guys. So that was wonderful, good news from MotoGP.
Yeah, from our Blake O'Byrne, our MotoGP correspondent. Now, right now in the green room, we have Drew. Drew James, he's a fabricator, does wonderful. He does like sissy bars.
His specialty is the sissy bars. Let me tell you, he has some mean ones, so we're gonna have to show him yours.
Let's bring him on. Are you ready there, Drew? Give me a thumbs up if you're ready in the green room. All right, let's bring him on.
All right, Drew, let's bring you on, sir.
How you
What's
doing,
happening,
Drew?
guys?
How
Not
you
too
doing,
bad.
Drew?
Thanks for having me on the show.
Nice to meet you.
Anytime. So tell us about you. Where
tell
you
us a little
live,
bit about
what you
yourself.
do.
Yeah, tell everybody all about yourself.
Yeah, so I'm Drew James. Everybody knows me from James Cycle Supply. So I make custom motorcycle parts and stuff like that, and I'm mainly just an online store. So people go on the website, order parts and all that kind of stuff, and I make stuff from scratch and all that. So, but yeah, I'm mainly into the chopper stuff, man, the old school bikes. So.
That's wonderful. I have a CVO. What I ride my Harley is I got a 2010 CVO Softail, and I got a 28-inch sissy bar in money. You got a picture of that?
I'll bring it up. Hold on.
Okay, let's see. We'll get the picture real quick. Right there. There's my CVO right there. And if you look, I got that. Yeah, I got the braided stainless sissy bar, like a wrought iron that goes up the top. It had a backrest on it, but I didn't like how it looked with the rest of the bike. So I took the backrest off and I just had it that one sissy bar. So you're talking to a man that loves the sissy bars right now.
Oh,
so
yeah.
You can see my bike right there with the Perowitz all paint on it and everything else.
So Dave painted that for you?
Yeah, he did. The rear fender on that
Very
bike is
cool.
all done by Dave because I put the Born to Ride logo on it and he signed it Perowitz the look. And it set the whole bike off.
One
when I
off.
did that.
Nice one
Yeah.
off.
Oh, yeah. It's a
That's
wonderful,
awesome,
wonderful.
man. I actually got to meet him back in January, so he was actually a really cool dude.
Oh, yeah.
He was set up next to Corey Kuza. We did the Combat Hero Bike Fest out there in Webster last January, and so I got to talk to him for a little bit, and he's a cool guy, man.
50 years he's been painting.
Yeah, well, they don't call him the King of Flames for nothing. I was checking out his paint head. Man,
That's
he can really
incredible.
lay down some nice paint jobs. So that's definitely like pretty rad that he did that bike for you, man. That's cool.
I know. And it was I just was so happy he was able to do it just because I wanted something that somebody else didn't have. That's why I got a pumpkin orange bike. My bike's Tequila Sunset is the color of
Right.
it. And I only did that 500 bikes in that color in 2010. So I kept it original, and he sprayed the back fender so good that you could tell that some of the paint faded on the bike.
Oh, yeah.
You can see like on the top of the frame, it's a little bit lighter than the back. And I was talking to Dave, he's like, no, he goes, that's the right color. Your bike's 14 years old, Florida
Right.
sun. You're gonna get a little bit of that in the paint. And I'm like, wow, the fender is it's perfect. The metal, just everything on it.
He did an amazing
It's like
job.
you. It's like a professional job done for a custom bike, and that's exactly what you do. Also, if somebody comes up to you with an idea for something, I'm sure you could fabricate it for them.
Yeah, I try to, man. So like I do have like a CNC plasma table, so I cut out a lot of cool stuff, and I'll draw it up on the computer or whatever, and cut it out, and it's cool because most of the sissy bars I've been doing, a lot of people ask for twisted stuff because there's not a lot of options out there or people doing it.
Yeah.
So I've been doing a lot of stuff like that, and then a few weeks ago I did a sissy bar for another shop, and they wanted like a skeleton hand sissy bar.
Oh.
So I bent like just normal 9/16 rod, but then I bent it in to make it look like the arm boat, and it was like the middle finger flipping them off and stuff.
cool.
So
Cool.
turned out
that's
pretty
so
good. I was
awesome.
happy with that one. So but yeah, just stuff like that. And but yeah, I got an old 72 Triumph Bonneville. I think y'all probably seen it at Thunder by the Bay because
Probably
this
have.
was at like
Thunder by
at
the
Chopper
Bay.
Town. I had it over there.
Because if I was shooting, I probably got pictures of your bike. Wouldn't surprise
Yeah, it's
me.
probably it's the blue and silver one that has that the twisted sissy bar with the peace sign in it. I sent you guys a couple photos of it or whatever, but yeah, so I did that bike, and but I've mainly just been trying to focus on like manufacturing parts and coming up with just cool and different ideas and stuff like that. So
What's one of the coolest parts you think you fabricated?
I mean, so far my most popular set of handlebars is a set called the Zeus Thunderbolts, and they look like lightning bolts, but I do like a reverse twist center in the center of it, and what's it called? And they're made out of stainless steel, and I use the 1-inch 120 wall stainless steel tubing, so they're really strong, and I TIG weld them all. and it's been my most popular set of bars so far.
Yeah, because a lot of the twisted bars, like Indian Larry did that on the wishbone. He twisted his wishbone, and that's where he was able to get like his, the notoriety for his bikes. And anytime I see that bar that's twisted in the front, right in front of the, jug number one, and it's all twisted up, like I always tell it's an Indian Larry bike. And it's just like you always want to put your touches on there, and with you it's the twists. I can see that. That's so cool.
Yeah, I try to, man. Different, and and I weld like different emblems occasionally. So,
So how long have you been in the motorcycle world?
How long have you been
Talk
fabricating?
to us about that.
So I've been doing it for over 10 years, but I've only been doing this as like my full-time job for the last, it's probably been almost a year now, but it started going to all the shows and stuff. It started this January, so the beginning of the year.
That's awesome.
But yeah, it's been fun. It's something I really enjoy doing, and I just want to keep getting better and better and trying to develop stuff that's different. That's not the same set of Z bars or ape hangers and stuff like that. Trying to think outside the box. So,
did you grow up around motorcycles?
I did a little bit because my dad. I grew up in Colorado, so he bought a bike there in 2003, like a Softail Deuce, brand new off the showroom floor. I was like a kid. I was probably like 9 or something like that when he got that at 10. And it was funny. He used to take me on rides and stuff, and I thought that was the coolest thing until he got a new set of Screaming Eagle pipes put on there. And I'm a kid. I didn't know, and I set my my shoe on the back of the pipe,
and
it started melting the shoe into the exhaust. And that was the last time I was able to ride on the bike. So he's like, "You need to get your own." So he ended up getting me a dirt bike. So
she used to do that when I had my Ultra Classic.
My boots.
Oh yeah, my Ultra Classic. Had these big chunky boots on it. She'd be in the back of it. I'd get there and you can see when a plastic on our boots is like ooze down the back.
It's hard getting that off the chrome. My dad was upset. He was like, "Dude, I've been trying to get this off the chrome. I have to buy a new set of pipes to get that out of there." So
use the Quad Zero steel wool.
And it came right off, huh?
Yeah,
I wish I would have known that years ago. I probably wouldn't have got grounded. You know what I mean? So,
a really fine 0.000 wool, and then you just really finely do it, and you can get most of it off. Even put a little compound on there, and I was able to get them off.
Nice.
Yeah, you got to work at it though. Make sure you don't scrape the hell out of it.
Oh yeah.
But that steel wool is actually an old trick my motorcycle mechanic showed me. I cleaned the head on the top jug on an old motor, got that thing sparkling for me right in front of me. I'm like, just steel wool? You got to be kidding me. I'm busting my knuckles with everything else. And I can see that. Well, if you love your job, you got to look at it this way. You never work a day in your life if you love your job.
Yeah, I mean, so hey, man, it's not all, walk through the breeze, but it's some days are tough, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, because sometimes I might be welding or design something and I get to the end of it, I'm like, oh man, it didn't come out the way I want, so I just kind of got to scratch it and redo it. But that's how you just get better in your skills, so
exactly.
So yeah, it's been fun,
especially if you're fabricating one-off stuff. I mean, you might not. I mean, the customer might like it, but you could say, nope, there's something wrong with it, and I need to fix it. And that's the sign of somebody that takes pride in their work too.
Right. And I try to, man. I try to put out good stuff for everybody, and so far everybody's really, been digging all my products. And I think I've got 7 different handlebar styles right now, and a couple other things. I've been making, lowering struts for sportsers and swing arm bikes and dual headlight brackets and all that kind of stuff. So.
Don't we have a video?
We have a video. Yes,
let's play
do.
Let's play your video. We got
I'm
some stuff right here. It's short. It's only a minute and a half, but we have a nice video.
Yes, we do. So we'll go ahead and show that right now. So you didn't tell us you were an artist.
I wouldn't say that. I'm just a dude that just melts stuff together. You know what I mean? So, but I appreciate that. I just try to throw a quick little video together, show some of the stuff I do, and how people can get a hold of me. So.
And it's hard to do. We have a friend of ours named Barbie the Welder, and she does all metal art, and she welds and does metal art.
Yeah, she does like sculptures and stuff. I've heard of her. I've never met her though, but
she's a good friend of ours.
She's next level.
Oh
yeah,
my God.
she would love that hand, the skeleton hand that you did.
Yeah, she made the one doing this, and she took it on a trailer hitch on the back of her van like this.
Oh yeah,
perfect hand, just up like this. It's the coolest thing.
And she made it for a biker man, a gentleman that lost his wife, and it was for in remembrance of his wife. There was a backstory about it, which I don't remember. It was funny.
But I'll tell you right now, I saw the pipes you make. Those are awesome pipes.
Yeah, he was talking
Thank
about
you.
I was looking at your TIG welding on those pipes, and that's next level. You did a damn good job of those pipes.
Yeah, I mean, that's my favorite thing to do is exhaust stuff, because I used to work at, like a performance shop, and I like to do TIG welding and stuff. So, I think I don't know if you guys seen it, but I put it on my YouTube channel, but my buddy Brett, he had a shovel head bobber he was doing. So those pipes went on there and they turned out pretty good. So
how do you know how long to make the pipes to get the compression and everything right?
I just build them, you know what I mean? So I don't go into like the, the science of it or anything like that, but I try to make them equal, length and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But yeah, I just grab a bunch of pipes, start cutting them up, and that's what I build,
Build.
If you have pipes, they will build.
I'm telling you, because getting those angles right and I've watched guys. I mean, I'm not a welder. I mean, personally, I'm in the medical field. I'm the man you want standing next to you if your heart stops. You're the man I want if my pipes fall off my bike, which has happened before.
Yeah.
Oh God, I was loading my Ultra. That's when I had my Ultra. I had Reinhardt racing pipe ends on it and 2.5-inch headers that I had my mechanic put on, and he welded the bottom, did a fine job. The problem was I had a toy hauler, and when I first got it, I didn't know you had to bring the front end way the hell in the air to get that angle on the ramp better.
Oh yeah.
Lowered too, so I got a 1,000-pound bike on an 1.5-inch lowering kit on an angle like this,
and nobody ever told us how to haul anything.
I had to figure it all out.
Going back years ago.
Oh my God! I bottomed the bike out and peeled out all the way up the non-skid, going up the back of it. And I didn't realize that we got the bike off after it was bike week. We got the bike off, came home. I'm riding with Heather. I hit a pothole on Turkey Oak, and next thing you know, got a whole bike. Nosing in the ground. The pipe snapped where the header wraps underneath the frame of the bike and nosedived in this way. Only thing holding on were those 2 screws underneath the bags.
Wow.
And I still, because I would have hit another pothole, like dove into the ground, it would have flipped the ass end of the bike up. So I was able to get it. Thank God.
That was a good save, man. At least you didn't go down. You would have needed one of those airbag vests that Blake was just telling about, right?
I would have needed one too.
I didn't even own one yet. And then this one, we got the pipe off, let it cool down the whole way home. And it's Heather holding my $1,000 pipe end.
He made me work. I said, what, screw that.
I'm not leaving
my own bike.
I'm not leaving a Reinhardt pipe end on the side of the road.
I know, but I'm not leaving that bike. I said, forget it.
Holding it like this the whole way home, like that, so she wouldn't drop it. Oh my God. That's like a PU with the pizza. Yeah, let's go and get a pizza on the Harley. Yeah,
yeah, we do everything on the bike.
Hey, I mean, I've done it sometimes where, we stop by and like, all right, let's get a 12-pack or something, and then my wife has to carry the beer, and I'm trying to ride the bike, and that way we can get home or whatever. But she's juggling. I'm like, don't break them. And then she's like, well, why'd you buy the bottles? You know what I mean?
They taste better.
Next time buy cans. Yeah, I'm not buying the cans if I don't have to,
And you ever have somebody give you a weird request for a build? Like, I saw a guy that builds also, and he builds some odd bikes. And I'm looking at a sissy bar, and it looked like a big, like a cross, like this on the back of the bike. And I'm looking at it, it's like, that looks like a handle. I pulled it, it's a freaking bayonet in there.
Oh yeah, those are sweet, dude. I mean, I haven't had anybody ask me to build, one like that, but I definitely could. But I've seen a lot of those on online lately. Those are pretty popular. Which I mean, hey, you might need it for something. That way you can take your points cover off and set your points or something with it.
That's what I'm going to be in it there for.
Yeah.
But what was one of the strangest builds you've done, or one of the strangest requests you've had?
I guess so far it was that skeleton hand sissy bar, and that was a few weeks ago.
But that's cool as shit, though. That's a cool idea.
It really came out neat.
Yeah,
I love skeletons. My whole house is all skeleton themed.
Our house looks like
is
it's
it?
Halloween year round.
Yeah.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. Do you guys go see the new Beetlejuice?
Not
No,
yet.
we haven't yet. We
I
haven't.
Well, we'll talk about bikes then. You probably should go. I liked it better than the first one. So
Was it good? It was good.
yeah,
huh?
it was a good movie. So I liked it better than the first one. But
We gotta see it though.
And we do have to see it.
I've heard good reports about it.
Yep. So with your pipes, did anybody tell you that the sound on them is incredible just because of the style that you do and stuff?
yeah, I mean the stainless, just the way the stainless sounds is way different. You know what I mean? And I mainly do stainless. I don't really use the just plain steel, just because it rusts and you got to wrap it all the time. So it definitely gives the bike a really cool sound. But lately I've been kind of just working on building a turbo kit for my bike.
Wow.
I got a 79 shovel head, and I'm gonna do a turbo build on it. And that was the one that was in that last photo. Yeah, it's a pretty crazy looking. It's insane looking. I got probably 10 or 12 hours of welding and doing all that to make that, just the exhaust pipe to hold the turbos up. So
is that the one that wrapped around the front? That's where you're going to put the turbo on. That's why that pipe coming out of the front of the jug and just came out and did a circle.
Yeah, it comes out swoops out in front of the bike, and then I'm actually I'm building that. That's my dream bike that I'm working on. But I'm trying to get it done so I can bring it up to the the Cycle Showcase show in St. Louis. So hopefully I can make it up there. But if not, I'm gonna definitely be at the Orange County OCC Invitational in May.
Okay.
So trying to get it done before that, So I'm trying to build a cool bike this year. So
that just sounds awesome.
Well, we wish you luck on it.
That just sounds completely awesome. I mean, anytime I've worked with titanium for pipes because I'll know
absolutely.
Because
it definitely does.
It does, because I have an Italian racing bike. I got a couple Ducatis also, and on my Ducati, I changed the exhaust from stainless over to titanium and put Terminoni exhaust on these crazy Italian freaking handmade things. And I'm telling you, the titanium gave the bike a completely different sound than the stainless pipes that were on there before.
Oh yeah, they. I mean, it just really depends. I mean, titanium's expensive, so just like a small 45 elbow is going to be about $60. So you could have
$10,000 my bike.
Oh, easy. But the titanium, it welds the same as stainless. But when you're done with it, you have to clean it really good, because if you touch your fingerprints on it and you start the bike, it'll be like burned into the metal. So
really,
yes, you have to rock. Well, I use like a big number 12 Furic cup when I'm welding stainless anyway. So you got to get a lot of gas coverage. I'm running 25 CFMs on my, my gas. So that thing's just blowing gas coverage all over that pipe. And you got to purge it too. So you got to run a purge line into the pipe so it actually welds the inside of it so you don't get any sugar. Because it'll get all like, crusty and stuff like that. And it'll look like dross on the inside of the pipe. But yeah, once you do all that, man, but the stainless or the titanium, I should say, but it's probably the strongest metal I could think of, to be honest with you.
It's just a lot harder to work, and it's also more expensive.
It's really expensive. So, but it's super light, and it's really high quality stuff. So I mean, it's definitely worth doing it, I'd say.
Because I know it's expensive. Like I got a Panigale too, and that I know on a I got a V2 Panigale. On a V4 Panigale, I know the entire exhaust system is $10,000 for that bike.
It's ridiculous.
Oh, totally nuts, totally nuts. That's why I was like, I'll leave the stock pipes on my bike. It's okay. I mean, that's all right. It's already 205 horsepower. I didn't need any more than that. But I mean, I love when somebody does like authentic stuff with pipes. Like I've judged a lot of bike contests too, and Roscoe's bike from Roscoe's Chili Challenge. He has like one of them old Swiss choppers that the handlebars are super high. And he has like a 10-inch forks on it. You
Cool.
ride it, your hands like this, and then the front goes way down, and the frame of the bike comes up, and the tank's like on an angle this way. I think they
Wow.
call them Swiss choppers, something like that.
Yeah.
And his pipes actually go through the swing arm. It's a rigid frame, but he wrapped it around the swing arm. So it
Very
goes
cool.
around it and up, and he has like trumpets on the end of it. Old school, like 60s. Trumpets on the end of it.
Yeah. That
And-
sounds sweet, dude.
Oh, it is. I mean, there's glowing magnetos on the side of it. You know, it's a knuckle with
Oh.
glowing magnetos and all kinds of stuff. It's just an awesome build. And I was thinking, I mean, if you have talent like you do, that would be a cool thing to wrap the pipes through the swing arm. On a rigid
Yeah, that
frame.
would be pretty rad.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, you'd have to send me a picture of that bike, man.
I will.
You know,
It's
because
made a cover of Born to Ride. I think in 22, Tilly was the model for that.
Yeah.
I think in 22, and then I did the photo shoot on that too when they did the Thunder by the Bay.
Okay.
He was one because the what's his face was there. Jared Weems was there. Next to
Okay,
him, the
okay.
Triumph guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he knows Jared too.
You know Jared?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean
he's-
I mean I see him at all the shows and stuff like that, and usually our booths are right next to each other. So
Mhm.
you know we get to talking because I got a Triumph and stuff too, and he's the man
Mhm.
when it comes to Triumph. So I actually just got a clutch kit from him the other day. He helped a
Really?
brother out. So yeah.
Well, I mean that guy does some awesome stuff too, and I mean you're in his caliber. You know, it's just like when we go into Tony Souza, Corey Souza, and all those guys too. When they bring out the new bikes, what you need to do is I like to see you build something with cool pipes and the sissy bar, crazy ass handlebars. You know,
Well, I'm trying, man. Like this next bike I'm doing, I'm trying to, take it to the next level and do stuff that that I haven't seen done, or
Yeah.
maybe
make it-
somebody done it before. I mean, you know what I mean? But
Have it be one of those bikes that
I know when I'm judging shoppers, especially old school, and somebody brings in a build that has all custom fabricated parts on it that I've seen hours in these bikes. That's
Yeah.
something I will look at over a cookie cutter, Warhorse or Iron Horse,
right.
chopper that you see all the time.
Right.
I don't even like judging those bikes because they're cookie cutter. They come from a factory. That's why I always
Right.
respect the gentlemen like you that put the time and the effort into a build on their bike and do original and high quality builds. That's why
Well, I
always
appreciate that, man. And that I mean, those bikes are cool, but it's not my style of chopper. You know what I
Not
mean?
functional.
You know what I mean? So to me, those bikes are a little bit more new school. I mean, I still respect them. I still think they're nice. But it's just something about riding down the road on like a twisted narrow glide, 18 over Springer shovel or something like that. With narrow
The
handlebars
bike is
and
flexing as you're going
and
down
you're
the
just-
road.
yeah, and you're just bouncing down the road on that King and Queen, and there's just a different vibe to it. So
Oh yeah, I have multiple bikes, and it's the same way. It's what you're feeling at the time. Like if I
Right.
want to go low and slow, I'm taking out my CVO, and I mean I got big floorboards on. I can't turn the bike more than maybe 25 degrees without dragging crap on the sides. But I'll
Yeah.
tell you right now, I look damn cool, good going down the road.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
if I wanna-
CVOs are nice, man. Those are
Oh, I
and they're
love
quick
those
too.
Yeah, I got a 110 Screaming Eagle on it with 255 cams, so it doesn't have a lot of top end. There's more lower end on it.
Yeah, but
'Cause I-
I mean that's still ripping, dude. You know what I mean? So
Oh, and then again, I got thunder headers on my bike. Now, I love my thunder headers, but they're steel.
mhm.
So I had to have them sandblasted and Cerakoted, which cost a fortune. And you can still scrape Cerakote and have it flake off like nail polish.
Right. Is
that's
that kind of
the
like
only-
a powder coating type of thing, or
It was Cerakoted. It's I guess it's a powder coat as it sprays, but it's a Cerakote and it's supposed to go on there like just ceramic the whole damn thing out. And
Okay.
I like it, but the problem is if you give it a good nick, it'll still want to flake it on you. That's
Oh,
why I always
man.
like that's why I like the stainless pipes. I mean, thunder headers sound wonderful because you got that cone on the back of it that gives you that pop when you really
Right.
torque it out. But fishtails will do the same thing for you.
yeah, oh
So-
yeah,
especially if you want to do an old school build and put those fishtail. I mean, I just love stuff like that. And then it's like I said, like if I feel like going fast, I'm taking out one of my Italian racing bikes. But if I
Yeah.
feel like just cruising and having a good time, I'm on my Harley.
Yeah.
And so to close off, where can somebody go
Yeah, how
ahead?
can we get in touch
How
with
can we
you?
get it? I mean, we played your video, but let our fans know how can somebody get a hold of you, where you're at, and where they can look at your inventory.
Yeah. So you guys can reach me at jamescyclesupply.com, or you can hit me up on Instagram. I'm James Cycle Supply. Also, I got a little YouTube channel. I post videos about, just random stuff, bike I'm building, or, going to a buddy's shop and checking out their hot rod shop, and, the new gas tank I just got painted and all that. So people can check out those videos and all that kind of stuff too.
Now, I also saw that you put some gold in there too, because I saw.
Yeah, that was neat.
Yeah, I saw some of your stuff that, like your pipes. Like I don't know if it's a pipe, it was a sissy bar. You had a lot of gold wrapped around it. Did you send that out and have that done? Can you get that excellent up? Sent that around, and
I didn't hear the question. I think the connection glitched out for a second. What did you ask?
I'm sorry. I saw on your sissy bars that you had it was like brass and stainless, or like a gold inlay and stainless. So I see you do that too.
Oh no! So all the sissy bars I do are either stainless steel or just plain steel. But I wire brush all the mill scale off of them. You know what I mean? So when I TIG weld it, like I run that big TIG welding cup, the number 12 cup. I just pour a ton of gas, so that kind of gives it like a bronze look in the weld.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Okay.
So that's what that is. So that's why a lot of my handlebars, they look kind of like a bronze look to them.
Yeah.
So
that is just cool as hell the way you did that. I actually thought you set them out and had them dipped or something, because that's cool as hell how you're able to do that just with the heat from the torch. But then again, you're also, you're a man that knows what you're doing.
You're the master.
And you do great work. So all of our fans and all of his fans, I want you to go to his website, take a look at his page,
hit him up, and place an order.
Put some, idea in your head that you want that special part for your bike, and say, this is what I want. I want something new and cool, and give it to this man, and he will make it
manifest
happen.
Lots of work for Drew.
I will try to manifest.
Well, I appreciate that
for you. I want you welding until the end of the night and then retiring early to ride into the sunset.
That's what it's about, man.
You can't get better than that.
That's for sure. And it's been a pleasure meeting you.
Thank you so much,
You
Drew,
too.
for coming on the show, and thank you. And I wish you everything great.
We wish you the best of luck.
And I hope everybody has one of your sissy bars in their bike sooner or later.
And we hope
Hey, that'd be great, man. But you know what everybody should do is like and subscribe to the John and Heather Show. And give them a thumbs up, give them a like, because these people are awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah, walk up and say hey to them. They're at all the events. And what's the next event are you guys going to be at?
Biketoberfest. I have a track day on the 14th at Jennings. Hopefully the track is open according to my guy there. But I got track day. Then I got Daytona. We got Biketoberfest. We'll be there with the photographers for the Cackleberry. So we're there every season. And we're normally parked in the front, right across from the Cabbage Patch Bar, right there on the corner where Tacoma Farms Road meets there, right at the stop sign with the flashing lights. Right there. You can't miss this. The only sign there with flashing lights across the street from the Cabbage Patch Bar. You'll see our bike there. Stop by. I'll show you my CVO. I want to see your bike too. And
yeah, I might make it up there. I try to, go up to Willie's every time he's got a chopper show going on there.
That's a tropical tattoo.
Yeah, we might be there.
Yeah, Perowitz only shows up there. He goes to the Rat's Hole most of the time too. Dave is there. Are you a hamster?
Giuseppe? Do what? No, I'm not. No.
Okay.
But I know a lot of them. You know what I mean? Like I know Jason and stuff like that at Cycle Stop and all that. And like I said, I met Dave and Corey and stuff like that. He's actually here locally. So I've ran into them a few times, and they're all good people, and man, they all got perfect bikes too. You know what I mean?
Well, come down. My friend Dave always comes with me, and he brings his Corey Souza bikes. He has 3 of them, and he brings.
Oh, okay. Yeah, those are really nice.
Oh yeah, he has a lead sled frame on one, and then his wife has the trike with the big fat 50s on the back that he did.
They sold them. They got 2 new bikes.
All I know is really. Well, anyway, if you see it, he still has his lead sled there.
Okay.
They got 2 new badass bikes.
They got 2 new Corey Souzas?
No, different ones.
Oh, well, anyway, he may have one there to show you, but still, he's a good friend of mine. He has great bikes, and I can't wait to see yours. And thank you so much, Drew, for being on the show.
That's right, Drew.
Thank you. Know what you do.
All right.
And definitely.
Well, y'all have a good night.
Try and see us, man.
Biketoberfest. We hope to see you.
Yeah, it's on the 21st. I'll be at Daytona 200 racing that too.
Okay, cool. Right
Come
on.
down, watch me race. Hopefully, I don't die.
You'll be all right, brother.
I
Keep
know
the rubber side down. You know what I mean?
That's right. Shiny side up, rubber side down. Thank you, Drew, for being on the show. You've been a great guest, and I hope that your phone blows up.
Have a good one, sir.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. Have a good night.
You
Good
too.
night. Bye-bye.
Well, that was Drew on the show, and this man has some awesome stuff. Go ahead and take a look at everything that he has to offer. Go ahead and
Hi, Michael Crossman.
Michael Crossman. Let's real quick go over our friends. We got Michael, we got Al Lights that was on here. Michael Crossman, we got Melanie, Laura.
Hi, Al
We're gonna
Lights
go
again.
down.
Hi, Michael
Keep going
Crossman.
down. Who else we got here?
Hold
We
on,
got more, we
I'm
got more.
going. I can't go that fast. Especially when my mouse doesn't want to move.
Got Fangs
Fangs
Bite You.
Bite You.
Fangs Bite
Fangs
You.
Bite
Thank
You.
for
How
watching
you
the
doing?
show.
Fangs Bite You. We love you. Fangs Bite You.
We have Valerie on. Thank you,
Valerie, I love you, Valerie. I hope you had a fantastic trip.
Yes.
I hope
definitely.
I saw some of your pictures and they were just gorgeous. You had a gorgeous trip.
We have Lisa Marie Stark on too.
Hi, Lisa Marie.
Hi, Lisa. How you doing?
Hope everybody's doing well.
Yes.
We are alive and well, guys. After the hurricane, we are blessed.
Yes.
We were very, very lucky. We did not have any damage. We had minimal damage, just branches and tree limbs, and that was it. We were so lucky.
Yeah.
And please say a prayer for our friends and family
Yeah, say a
that
prayer
were
to
not
anybody,
as lucky,
that didn't make it.
that they did lose their power or they lost their houses, businesses, cars. We've had so many friends
Yep.
that have lost so much, and family and acquaintances that have lost so much. So please say a prayer and do something that would definitely help them out.
Go donate to Samaritan's Purse is another one. That's a great organization that is really helping the people out.
Yeah, don't get bypassed with some of these phony ones that are
No.
taking advantage of people
There's
right
good
now.
ones like Tunnel of the Towers. Is a
Yeah,
wonderful
yeah.
organization.
Make sure
All
that
them.
you use good ones, and keep it shiny side up.
And Rubber Side Down.
And remember that we love you all.
Deuces.
Deuces, everybody.